of the House of Representatives, Abbas Tajudeen, has withdrawn the Counter Subversion Bill and other related draft legislations following widespread public concern. The decision, announced in a press statement issued by the Special Advisor on Media and Publicity to the Speaker, Musa Krishi, on Wednesdays, was said to have come after extensive consultations with various stakeholders and a careful assessment of the nation's current circumstances. The Counter Subversion Bill, which was introduced on July 23, 2024, sparked public debate and raised concerns about its potential impact on civil liberties. Krishi noted that the withdrawal of the bill underscores Tajudeen's pledge to never support any legislation that could potentially disrupt the peace and unity of the nation. The Counter Subversion Bill 2024 went viral on social media on Tuesday after it scaled through the first reading and proceeded to the second, where its general principles would be debated on July 23. It aims to impose stringent penalties on Nigerians who fail to recite the newly approved national anthem or abuse politicians or community leaders. According to the bill, anyone found guilty shall be fined up to 5 million naira and would face 5 to 10 years prison sentence, or both. You pay the fine and face the prison sentence. Let's get your thoughts on the story, Ambassador.
Well, first of all, I would like to commend Mr. Speaker for withdrawing that bill. A hungry man is not a normal man. For you to talk about learning new national anthem. And secondly, Mr. Speaker, understand that you don't compel patriotism. You don't compel patriotism. Patriotism is something that comes naturally and willingly because of the love you have for your nation. I can tell you for free that even the last national anthem, if there was a law to enforce it, I can tell you very many of us while in primary school would have gone to prison. Our parents, maybe because the law will not allow us to go to prison, but maybe they would have fined us one way or the other. Because I know that at a point, very many, when they say, arise, O compassion, Nigeria, obey. You know, so to even get the old one was not even easy. Wow. Now, the new one, how many of us are that we were able to learn it because it came through the primary school, secondary, the processes. So, but if it is at this age now, I can tell you for free that very many adult Nigerians that are thinking of how to feed their children when there is no way for them to survive, you are telling him that his problem and his assignment is to go and learn national anthem. Is that very fair? So, Mr. Speaker, you are thinking... 10
years in prison.
Mr. Speaker, I think you are really a good Nigerian. This one you did well. You understand Nigerians. So, I want to say that that bill should die a natural death and then encourage that government should do things that will enhance natural patriotism, not a compelling patriotism. It is when we see reason to love our country, when we see reason to appreciate our country, everything that has to do with Nigeria, we will love it.
So you feel we haven't seen reasons to love and appreciate
Nigerians, many are angry now. They are hungry. We are hungry. Things are not going well.
But you said the president has taken steps to cushion
hunger. I agree. He has taken steps, but we have not seen the result of the step.
It just takes time.
And that's what we are saying now. If I am hungry until I eat, that's when I will be satisfied.
So you think we'll be eating soon? Because you mentioned
yes, I believe that we'll be eating soon, but we have not seen the food. I have told you here that not that Mr. President have not done anything. He has put up measures to alleviate the suffering of Nigeria. But our problem is those who are supposed to give us what Mr. President have sent to us, like the way God has given us blessing. So I want to say that yes, Nigerians, let us take Mr. President by his words and his goodwill. But our brothers and sisters that are supposed to give us this thing Mr. President have released for us, please help us. The song that Nigerians love now is Mr. President, read us well, Mr. Governor, govern us well. It's not national anthem. So until we begin to see the dividends of democracy, that's when the national anthem will be sweet. If you ask many of us, we don't even know, we have not even seen it. For those of us who don't have opportunity to attend government programs, we have not even heard it. Unless we have to go back to primary school, maybe we'll take time to go to our children's school and see when they will sing the national anthem.
You have your phone, you can get it.
It's not when I have data for that. So I think Mr. Speaker has done well.
Let's bring Fasa into this one.
Well, for me, I would not want to commend the speaker. He was the one that initiated that bill in the first instance, so it doesn't deserve my commendation. For me, you don't put the cart before the horse. You know, I see it as diversionary. They know that Nigerians are not interested in stories like this. This is not what we want to hear. You know, how does this add value to the life of the average Nigerian? You know, you start going on the street and begin to arrest people. So for me, this doesn't make any meaning. It doesn't make any sense to me.
But it passed first reading.
That's what that's why I say it's diversionary, because for a bill to have passed first readings means they've had series of deliberation on it. Now the salient question is, did they even consult the people that gave them the mandate before coming up with bills like this? Was there any public hearing that was organized? I'm not aware. I don't know if I stand to be corrected. They will just wake up one morning and do what they like, forgetting that they are there to represent the people. In fact, the parliament is more or less the soul of democracy. That is why when the military comes into office, the first thing to do is to suspend the constitution and dissolve the parliament. You don't take decisions arbitrarily when you know you are representing the people. National anthem, how does it reduce the cost of Gary, the cost of beans, the cost of petrol, the cost of LPG? These are people who have everything being catered for them by the state. We buy them clothes, we entertain them, we give them vehicles to move around, we fuel the vehicles for them. They are not feeling the pains of the people, and it's unfortunate. So for me, you know, it's just like, you know, the usual way that they come up with issues to divert the attentions of Nigerians. But I know that this one will not work. So if he's doing this thing, or they are doing it to get, you know, the applause of Nigerians, I must tell you for free that, you know, they are in for a long thing. They should do what is necessary. They should call the people that are in charge of NNPCL and question them why up to this moment we are still dilly-dallying in setting up and putting our refinery, especially the Port Harcourt refinery they've spent so much on. Why it's not working? They should tell Nigerians who are the mafias that Dangote mentioned that is preventing his refineries from coming up to stream. These are the things Nigerians want to hear, things that will have direct bearing in the lives of the people, not coming to tell us that you have withdrawn the bill that would imprison somebody for what?
For not knowing how to sing.
Whereas they are criminals within and amongst them, because Senator Ali Ndume referred to them as kleptocrats. He said so on live television. He was suspended. Senator Abdulmumin Ningi accused his colleagues and the Senate President of padding the budget, ranging to billions of naira on project that is unaccounted for. They didn't talk about, you know, prison, you know, terms for categories of such manner of crime. What they are telling Nigerians that they have considered and they have withdrawn the bill that will state if you don't know how to reside in national, you go to prison for 10 years. Does that even make sense?
Or you go to prison and pay the fine.
Are we running a country, or we are running a house of commotion? Is Nigeria a joke? So for me, I'm not excited. What would excite me today is if the president or the leadership of the National Assembly, through the speaker, come out today and say, Nigerians, we have decided to look into what is making Nigeria not to be able to refine our own petrol, what is making Nigerians not to be able to produce toothpick. When they start discussing that, I know that we are serious to talk about.
I think they have. The National Assembly have set up committees, in fact, they were the ones that even raised part of the challenges that the refineries are having. So I want to say that actually the National Assembly is actually doing the most they can, but they need to do more to ensure that the issue of our crude, why the refineries are not working, you know, like there was a day I was like saying, the National Assembly seems as if they are not really majoring on the lawmaking, but that their oversight functions are enabling them to look into most of these issues. So I think they are trying, but they need to do more.
Just as they've been looking at it from the days of, what's the name of that lawmaker that was investigating the subsidy scandal, and he was roped in by Femi Otedola. They've been looking at these issues since time.
Thank you so much.
It's a new assembly.
It's like
they're looking at it with a different eye this time.
No, it is just like a broken record.
It's the 10th assembly.
No, but there's no different approach.
10 is a captain.
No, but it's the same approach.
All right, thank you so much.
Doing the same thing over and over.
We will continue this conversation.